All right, hey guys, just to start today's episode, we wanted to address something from last episode. I think when we started this podcast, obviously we talk about very real stuff and there's always a risk there. I think we could have put an over or under on how long it would take us to have to make an apology. I would have put it at probably like 5 or 10 videos, but here we are at video 4, making our first apology for our first major, well, not a major, but a misstep. So yeah, pretty much I just want to say with the last video, we talked about some pretty serious stuff. And Joe's a really close friend of ours, and we've been through a lot with him. So, you know, when we looked at it and we know his story, the intentions for it was to be a story of, you know, him reflecting and on some mistakes that were made in a difficult time of his life. And then it was, you know, in our eyes, it was a lot about how he got through that and how he moved on and how he grew as a person. And that was our goal with it. That was our intention. And I think for a lot of people, that's how it was received. And we got a lot of lovely messages from people that were like going through similar struggles and that really appreciated that story. So we're really happy about that. But unfortunately, what we didn't really take into account was that, you know, for some people, when you talk about something that's so serious like that in such a casual way, that's going to cause them distress. And that certainly was not our goal, but that was the outcome for some people. And so for that, we want to apologize. You know, for us, we don't have any experience none of us are journalism majors. We don't have any experience doing stuff like this. So, you know, when we talk about real stuff, I think that's going to be a risk. And I think in the future, you know, we can do a better job at making people aware that, you know, if we're going to be talking about stuff that's serious and we can approach it perhaps in a better way. So pretty much, you know, for anyone that was, it did cause distress or any negative feelings at all. We do want to apologize for that. Certainly wasn't our intention. Going forwards, you know, we're still going to talk about real stuff because that's kind of the whole point of this show. Like, I don't think this show will exist if we're not talking about real stuff, but I think that we can do a better job. And so I think there's a big learning experience for us. And yeah, I think that's really all we want to say about it. We apologize. And yeah, hopefully it won't happen again, but yeah, we'll do our best. But yeah, back to the regular show. Let's go. Welcome back to Coffee Club, episode 4. Don't know why I was standing there. We have the regular cast, the regular ensemble of misfits next to me, George, Oliver. But today, finally,
after a long time of trying
after a lot of negotiation between our agents, we got Carlos on the show. I don't know how we landed this one. We literally tried to have him on literally the first episode. But
he traveled all the way from his basement to be with us today. So
our most difficult guest to get on actually lives here.
Yeah. Oh, these are all loud. I don't know. I'm probably fine. But yeah, no, we tried to have him on the first episode and we really didn't know what we were doing. So setup probably took like 40 minutes and we just kept messing up. So we had to keep like redoing it. And he was just like, screw you guys. I'm going to play some FIFA.
Wait, this was when Jordy was talking through the phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying.
True. So luckily we have Carlos on the pod. I know he's been requested. We'll get more into his whole life backstory and stuff. I mean, kind of. You're not actually a guest. I feel like you're just like hopefully someone who's here like almost every week, maybe every second.
It depends on my FIFA schedule. You know?
Very true. But first to start off today, we have some big announcements, some really big ones. First one, 4 mics. 4 mics.
We've done it. We've actually hit the pinnacle of this this couch.
Yeah.
And we're maxed out, actually, because our connection doesn't take anymore.
so we've only got 4. That's it.
So that's pretty big because Ollie and George were sharing mics for the last 2. And I like watched both those episodes and I was just like, man, Morgan is talking way too much. Like that was my take. And so now these boys will be much more easily to jump in and talk, which will be a lot better. So that's very exciting.
Just giving the people what they want.
Yeah. They obviously want more, Jordy and Ollie in their lives.
Wait, are these mics
more Jorge and Horbag?
Jorge and Horbag are coming in hot, red hot.
Honestly. Here, let me, I can't multitask. I need to put my coffee.
Yeah, just check out the 4th one. But second announcement.
All right, good.
We want to start trying to do Q&A at the end of these shows. So put any questions that you have in the comments. we would like that to probably be a recurring segment.
Or DM us.
Or DM us, any kind of communication to us.
How would that work though? Because then this would have come out by the time they see.
Like we'll do it for the next episode.
For the next episode. So we're establishing Q&A. Be as brutal as you want. Insult us. Anything spicy.
Well, how's that a question?
That's not really a question.
All right.
Yeah, but
send criticism to Ollie. Send questions.
No, you can have a question that's insulting. You
like
can.
What?
I don't know. Like.
What's it like living with no ass?
Yeah. What's it like knowing that you're going to be a failure?
How do you guys how do you guys run a podcast even though you guys are all fucking idiots?
There's many ways you can spice it up, but we'll see what you guys say.
How many foreigners does it take to run a podcast?
Yeah.
At this point, 3.
Minimum 3.
Minimum 3.
4's
barely.
Better. 4 is better. So yeah, Q&A, comment, whatever. Get the messages to us, and we'll start doing that at the end of the shows, hopefully. Next, this is an announcement. Today we're going to talk about the coffee that we're drinking. Jordy, you want to give a little?
Yeah, I'll do a brief summary. Right. It's from a cafe called Miro in Zurich. So shout out to Jordan Donnelly, our man at On, for bringing some bags of coffee. We're going to get into this later, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about the people and what happened last week. Basically, there was a cafe in Zurich that we lived at for a few days.
Yeah, we literally lived there. We spent so much time at that cafe.
This was the coffee they served there.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
And
really nice coffee.
Tastes so good.
Really good coffee.
We had a couple of bags brought to us last week.
From Zurich.
Made in Zurich even.
This is Mexico.
Right here.
These beans.
Wait,
So
actually?
What do we? Yeah, these are Mexican beans.
Mexican
beans.
And we've got a Mexican on the pod.
This is perfect.
This is all meant.
Perfect, actually.
It's a sign from the universe.
It all aligns beautifully.
Yeah, we had an On Summit this past week, which we'll talk about more, but that's where that came from, straight from Zurich, which was sweet. And so I think we would like to, this is the coffee club. If anyone does want to send us bags of coffee, we will sell out our souls in a second for free coffee, and we will shout you guys out. Little sponsorship, but not really a sponsorship. I guess we are kind of we're very open to sponsors. We got one in the works right now with a undisclosable company. All I can say is
they don't divulge that yet.
They sell beans. What type of beans?
Oh yeah.
What type of beans?
beans.
I don't know.
We
but
could try ground.
I like
See how they go.
We can try.
Honestly, dude, I'm down with beans. I love them.
I'm down with beans. I love beans. But yeah, so if someone does want to send us stuff, send one of us a message and we'll send you our address, because we probably won't just put that out to the public unless you send us a message, and then we will put it out. So
do we have souls to sell though? I feel like we don't have souls.
Mine,
I think I already sold mine.
I sold mine when I signed my contract with Under Armour.
I pretty much sold mine when I agreed to go to Best Buy a couple days ago. But we'll get into that.
Yeah. So
I pretty much sold my soul.
So those are our announcements, and now in seamless fashion we'll transition into the actual show. I was listening back, and I think I said this on episode 0,
which is not seen
or maybe episode 1. I said this, but I think we do take for granted. I think this was episode 1. We take for granted people knowing us and stuff. Someone might stumble upon our podcast either YouTube or Spotify, whatever, and they might have no idea who we are. So I thought I would take this opportunity for us to kind of introduce ourselves a little more and what we're about. And I would like it to kind of be a recurring part of the show that we're also we have people on, but also we're sharing our own lives as it's happening. So I think that'd be pretty cool. So why don't we start with just a little brief, not too long, about On and why we're all here. Someone want to take that?
Okay.
Big picture stuff.
Big picture stuff. So On Running is a shoe company, and it's kind of, I'd say, high-end luxury shoe company.
We can skip that. Just
we can
skip that.
You gotta let me go.
No, I said quick version.
Okay, quick version.
Athletic Club. Let's go to On Athletic
started
Club.
a professional running track and field group in Boulder, Colorado, and they signed 8 original members. From that, it was 3 of us. So Carlos from Mexico, Jose, George Beamish from the sheepland of New Zealand, and myself, Ollie Hall from Australia. And then we were able to fortunately get...
The other guy, Joe Klecker, obviously.
Joe Klecker. And then we have four lovely women. We have, originally, Leah Farland, Emily Oren, Alicia Monson from Wisconsin as well. Shout out Wisco. And Alicia Konishek from Poland.
Yep.
And then we added on a couple more members. Do you want to go through those, Morgan?
So yeah, then the group has been around for about a year. So then at about the 1 year mark. Why is that funny? You might want to know. it's because someone.
Less than a year old.
So Ollie went through a phase where like I think every single conversation he would slip that in there somehow. Like someone else like, oh, how's the group going? It's just like, well, we're less than a year old and we're doing so well. So.
But we were.
You're not wrong.
How am I wrong? You guys are laughing.
You're not wrong.
I'm
You're not wrong.
I was right.
It was just a funny time to be alive and be around you. Because we just heard that phrase like 20 times a day.
It was my catchphrase.
Yeah, it was good. But this year they added, on the women's side, they added Sage and Carmela is from Spain via Oregon. Wait, would it be? Yeah.
She went to Oregon.
And then Sage is obviously originally from New York, but then went to CU. So, and then also myself. I didn't say myself. I also got added to the team. And that's the team now, and that's why we're here. And it's been really cool. It's been really fun so far. So that's our brief reason why we're here. We're based here in Boulder, or really we live in Gumbarrow, and our gym's in Gumbarrow. So a lot of our stuff is really around here, 10 minutes
training
away.
As well.
Yeah. So that's us. And then
if you want more information, go to the website.
Go to
the website has all the info on it. If you
Actually, the links are down below.
They're probably not.
Like and subscribe.
That's another funny thing is when I watch through the pod, because I normally export the video and then I watch it, which you should probably watch it before you've finally exported it, because I'm too lazy to go back and change anything at that point. And there's in every episode there's at least one time where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll put this up on the screen, and then I never put it up or do anything about it. So that's been fun. So yeah, link in the description, but actually probably not. So yeah, that's us. And now why don't we get to know each other on a more individual level? We can kind of catch up our stories briefly. Carlos, you're the new one today, so I feel like we should start with you. Do you want to give yourself a little backstory and then kind of just what's happening with you right now?
So I'm Carlos Villarreal.
Ooh, that's sexy. That's so sexy. Ooh.
Love a good roll
I'm originally from Mexico, northern Mexico, the state of Sonora.
But smells terrible
Sonora.
this morning.
Yeah, he needs a bath. Gus is here today. He might not be on camera, but he's
underneath the table.
Underneath the table. He'll probably make an appearance at some point.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm from the state of Sonora. I went to the University of Arizona. Yeah, that's. I mean, what else?
You're mid D.
Yeah.
What'd you run for the 1500 in
college? I ran 3:37.22 against this man right here. Outleaned me at the line. We battled it out.
You fell over.
I did fall over.
He got pushed over.
Yeah,
he got pushed over.
I had booty lock.
I don't know what happened, but he fell over. Yeah, it wasn't.
All right, I'll put up a picture of that finish here.
Yeah, you
Just
probably
kidding.
won't. And yeah, I'm a 1500, 800 meter runner. Yeah.
You did something pretty cool though before signing. What was that? You won something pretty.
Oh yeah, I won Pan American Games in the 1500 meters, which was pretty tight. First time representing Mexico.
Yeah.
First time, so
and now
not the last time.
Now you've been a pro for a year, and you've had a pretty up and down year.
Yeah, basically very up and down.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries, unfortunately, but when I managed to find a little bit of fitness, I got pretty fit. But yeah, it's just managing injury at this point, and we'll see where we go from here. Everything's looking good right now.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
No, I mean, that's the reality of being a pro runner. See, this is one thing about pro running which is hard, is that as soon as you're a pro, you're in the deep end, and that's that. You're compared to the best of the best straight away. And especially when you have teammates like Ollie and Joe, that's kind of what you're going to be compared to. Whereas if you go into college, it's when you're a freshman, the expectations are that you're a freshman. You can still do amazing things as a freshman. This isn't an exact analogy, but I mean, our contracts are 4 years or something?
Yeah. So,
you don't, obviously you want to be killing it straight away, but a progression is actually probably normal, I mean, I'm saying that hoping for that, because I have not had my 2 years as a pro have been quite underwhelming. So I'm hoping to also progress through the rest of my contract and do better. But as well as the running, what else? We're going to talk about something else that's also going in our lives. And for you, I think it'd be interesting to talk about your recently working with a nutritionist.
Oh yeah,
which is pretty exciting.
Very, very exciting. So yeah, recently I've been managing a lot of injuries. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do every little thing possible to get myself to Eugene. And it's gonna start with nutrition. I can't keep eating like Oliver. Like I just already accepted that. I tried doing that.
Carlos is the other big DoorDasher in our house. Between him and Ollie, they're doing wonders for
Keeping
that
DoorDash
company.
afloat.
We kept DoorDash in business during the pandemic. It was actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
Shout
yeah,
out for a sponsorship. Sponsorship DoorDash.
DoorDash, I know you're
Sponsorship.
watching.
It'd be hashtag good for the sport.
But yeah,
not good for Carlos.
That would be the worst thing possible.
We were just describing how that's not the plan anymore.
yeah. So I'm now working
Still.
with the nutritionist.
We will
and
sell our souls out for anything.
I'm gonna go on to a very strict diet. We'll see how strict. But yeah, that's the plan right now. I gotta go grocery shop right after this and get a bunch of ingredients that I have no idea what they are because like I've never seen them or
Yeah.
probably
You've
have
never
eaten.
seen them?
Yeah. I'm gonna be asking like,
Do they even exist?
yeah,
What's a tomato?
yeah. Well, where do I find this?
What are you gonna do if she tries to make you eat a raw tomato?
I already told her, like, we had the consultation, and I was like, she asked, is there anything you won't eat? And I was like, raw tomatoes. Like, I'd quit before, before
I
want
want to make Eugene, but also like if I need to eat a raw tomato,
no chance.
not
like,
that bad.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with me.
Yeah. That'll be cool. It's nice that it kind of makes your life easier because like she's got a meal plan for you, so you literally don't have to think. You just do exactly.
Yeah,
what she
exactly.
says.
You kind of just follow it blindly, and she basically just counts however many. I don't know, based on like the kind of runner I am, she kind of calculated everything and what you need. This is what you're gonna, I guess, need to run at your best.
Yeah.
What if someone bribed her to give you the worst meals possible?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that what I was eating
Just saying.
before.
Wait,
could
what do you mean by
happen.
worst meals? Because isn't that what he wants to eat?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
yeah,
like worst meals, like just like really
Oh, just,
complicated meals to make and like
oh.
really, really healthy and like ingredients you wouldn't
Oh.
like. What if someone accidentally gave her some money to like give you the really bad meal plans? What happens if that happened?
Well,
Did
then-
How would
do
you deal with that?
Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just sometimes things can happen. Oh, I slipped.
Well,
So what are you gonna do when we order crumble tonight? Are you just like not gonna eat one?
It starts tomorrow, bro.
Oh, baby! Wait, DoorDash tonight. Let's go.
I don't know how many days he's gonna say this.
I heard
last
this like
night.
2 weeks ago.
I thought your last go out was last
And then
night.
last night, this is the logic. He's like, man, like my
Last
my
blow up.
nutrition plan starts tomorrow, so I better eat something especially unhealthy tonight. So then
I ordered KFC.
Yeah. So then I'm not craving it anymore.
Well, no, like I
logic.
said, I couldn't order crumble yesterday. It was closed. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know.
This is true.
So,
No, it's good self-awareness,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, so I'll just enjoy those chocolate chip cookies tonight, and after that, I'm in the
Shit.
doghouse. Yeah.
Shout out to Crumble, man. Let's get a Crumble
Yeah,
sponsor.
crumble.
Jordy, how do you feel
Ollie and Morgan ate so much crumble before the Olympics. We went on a phase of ordering it like
we ordered the
times a
12
week.
packs.
But the thing is,
we
we
hadn't
wouldn't.
ordered as much since the Olympics.
Jordy,
you
remember-
guys were literally running on crumble.
Jordy, remember
those
we like
few
we'd
weeks.
order like 3 of us separately would order and not tell anybody else, thinking that we're ordering it for everyone, and then we ended up with like 3 boxes of crumble.
What are you
Well,
gonna
the
do?
rest of us would order like a reasonable number, like maybe 4.
Wait, you mean you ordered a reasonable
No, this
number?
is
Wait, what are you
Ollie.
talking about?
Ollie would order
a
12.
dozen every time.
Well, you guys get hungry. You're athletes. You need to eat.
Well, they would never.
Look how
get
skinny
eaten.
you guys
Yeah,
are.
they're big cookies, man.
You're
Because
so
Ollie,
skinny.
Ollie only,
And then he
Ollie
would-
only orders the like the fun.
Yeah, okay,
feeding-
then Ollie would always order a freaking sugar cookie, which
The
no one
sherbet
wanted, and then he
ones.
wouldn't
I
even
love
eat
the sugar
it. He
cookie.
wouldn't even
You
eat
don't.
it.
I do.
You
I
don't
ate it.
No,
I-
you
no,
don't.
You're throwing out.
You know
every
you can
time.
eat a cookie later. Like save it for later.
Well, remember that one time I ordered 4 boxes of chocolate chip cookies and nobody wanted them? So.
Yeah, because it's chocolate chip, bro. It's
No,
boring.
What, you don't
Chocolate's
like
the
chocolate
best.
chip cookies?
Chocolate chips are bad.
Yeah, but
Wait,
they're
do you remember when
boring.
You ordered.
If you're
a
eating crumble,
4-pack
you order
and those single cookies showed up. on the
And it wasn't
doorstep?
even chocolate chips.
That was
So
like
sad.
that was the
That was
saddest
depressing.
I was
That one.
pissed.
That was depressing.
Open the door and it's a tiny pink
That
box.
I
on
was
the
so
door.
excited too.
It
Yeah.
was.
You,
Yeah,
we
it was
were,
like a
we were hyped
donut
for that.
cookie or something. I don't know. I was
That was
pissed.
such a letdown. All right, so that's Carlos in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Ollie, what's going on in your life these days? Where do we begin?
Where do we begin
Oh
with
my
my
God,
life?
yeah.
Gosh.
Well, let's just go with the simple thing because I feel like for you it's like running, tick, going very well. I mean, you're coming back from a break now, and you're
What break?
Had a pretty
Yeah.
solid progression.
What break?
Progression run
Couple
yesterday.
days.
Yeah,
Couple-
Ollie-
4 days off.
Ollie raced for like a
You must
year
take him
straight.
No, I
and
took
then
4.
He only got like a 5-day break, so he was pretty salty about that. But what are you gonna do?
I can't argue.
Yeah, you got to
Really can't.
coach's orders, man. Coach's orders. So running's going good. Took a trip to Best Buy. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
No, it was one of those days where I thought, you know what's going to buy happiness? Buying stuff. So I went to
retail therapy.
Ollie's
going through a rough time in his.
No.
I'm
doing great.
Love life?
I'm doing great. No, can we not talk about my love life? Come
I
on.
didn't mean to bring it up.
To be fair, though,
retail therapy
I did want to get a
required.
new TV, and then Ollie said, "You want to go to Best Buy?" And I asked him, "Are you gonna get a new TV?" And he's like, "I'm thinking about it." And I was like, "Well, I want to get a new one." So then we both got 65-inch TV.
Well, this is
Okay, so
exactly
this is what happened.
This is the issue.
Let me explain it. So my running's going well.
Go ahead.
Social life's going great with these guys. Let's not talk about
Love
the
life
other
is
side
We'll
of
talk
my
about
life.
we'll talk about love life later. I guess.
We went to Best Buy and I was looking at TVs and typical Ollie fashion, the nicest one I looked at, which was the OLED LG TV. It was on sale, $700 off.
Honestly, it was my idea for you to get the 65-inch.
And you were looking at another 65-inch that was very nice too. So we got those TVs and then I bought some more Sonos speakers for the house because you never know if we're going to need any more Sonos speakers. I bought a subwoofer, which is coming in the mail tomorrow. And I bought Air Max headphones, a lot of music-based
And a
stuff. And
controller.
then a Xbox controller. And I remember...
This is like, I think we have talked about this on the podcast before, saying that Best Buy is like your kryptonite, where it's like exactly that, where you're like, Carlos is like, oh, I kind of want a TV. And you're like, oh, yeah, I kind of want a TV. And then you walk out with like $5,000 worth of electronics.
Okay, I walk out with the TV, and usually just the TV. He walked out with
To be
the
fair,
TV
you have a lot of
and, like,
TVs.
Huh?
You have a lot of TVs as well.
I just have two big ones.
But include
And two
monitors.
little ones.
Wait, where are the little
One
ones?
person equals one
Monitors.
TV.
Oh, I mean,
And two
come on, they're
TVs.
monitors.
They're not TVs.
They're not TVs.
But now you have 3 TVs because you just replaced one of them.
Well, that one I'll probably like give away. I'll give it to like
Doesn't
Carmelo.
count.
So that doesn't count.
It doesn't count. You know?
Well, I have now 2 TVs and a monitor.
And like
You're
12
about to
pieces
say
of
And
Sonos.
12 pieces of Sonos kit. Like, we could literally have the best home theater system.
We're pretty
in
sure
Dumbo.
that the Best Buy people in Boulder and Longmont have a photo of Ollie behind the disc.
And then it says, please sell.
So
Please
the
sell to
most
this man.
expensive
So that when he
stuff.
walks in, they just target him because they know.
No, this is what they do. They
They
know
bring out
that
champagne.
they know that no matter what the price of it is, if they tell him it's $500 off, he'll buy it. He'll buy it. So it could be like $10K,
Hey, no.
but if it's $500,
See, with it, okay.
he'll buy it.
They actually just raised the retail price. And
To
then say-
defend myself on the bare minimum, I would do that 100%. But I did check the TV and it was down
$700 off.
Yeah,
so
it was
if you
$700.
didn't buy
Wait,
it, you
so-
would have lost $700.
Wait, you're telling me that?
No,
TV
I
was
lost a lot more than that. But
Wait, you're telling me that TV was actually like $2,500?
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
it's supposed
That's
to be.
crazy.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn. So
It's
that's
paper thin too, which is tight because when you walk into my room, you can't really see it. Then all of a sudden,
Just
you
a
just
big
like turn the
flex.
angle. It's like, oh,
It's just
there
a
it
big
is.
Yeah,
flex.
that's gonna be
Are we
real
good,
tight
Hamos?
moving out.
Yeah, we're all good. I'm
We're
just
still
checking. Yeah, we're good.
Well, the other effect that it's had on our life now, which provides some comedy, especially for Morgan and I.
Oh yeah.
So, to see the city, Morgan and I are out here this morning, watching a little bit of the marathon, which we'll get to, making coffee and breakfast. And we hear the door down the hall open, and out walks Ollie in his dressing gown with an English bulldog at his feet and a pair of AirPod Maxes over his head at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Man, those AirPod Maxes are something.
Struts out.
They're
I'm not
something.
strutting. I am literally hobbling out.
They're
I'm hobbling out and eating
You're right,
coffee.
It was hobbling.
I
out.
wake up this
Ignores
morning.
everyone else in the room.
Don't you think I noticed that
I
you guys
wake-
are snickering
I
at me?
wake up
Morgan
this
and I
morning.
are just dying.
Yeah, you guys are laughing at me.
No,
I'm
I
like,
wake up
what
this
do you want me to
It
do?
was hilarious.
I went to the living room, and then Morgan and Jordy are like, "You should go upstairs and take a look." So I walk upstairs, and I see Ollie at his tiny ass phone like this, with the AirPods Max and Gus like right next to him. I'm like, "Oh my
Dude,
god!"
those AirPod Maxes, I'm just wondering, like, they just look like they look kind of dorky right now.
I
But
cannot take Ollie seriously.
but the thing is,
You've never been able to take me seriously. What's this changing? This is not changing
you're
anything.
right, you're
I don't know.
right.
Ollie's just maybe ahead of the curve because I feel like when I feel like when AirPods came out, they looked kind of dorky, and now it's just like cool, like they're just normal. So maybe it'll be the same with. I don't think it will.
I don't think
but
I'm wearing them to be cool. I'm wearing them because they sound amazing. And it
Oh,
also
okay.
blocks out the garbage that comes in the morning of you two freaking pestering me and snickering because I'm trying to live my best life with my best friend Gus.
Understandable.
Yeah,
So,
understandable.
you know what? I'm giving you guys some morning comedy. What I'm doing
Yeah,
is
it's
I'm actually
great.
giving you something to
We
laugh
appreciate
at.
it. We appreciate
I'm
it.
sacrificing my own self-esteem for you guys to have a good morning. So you're welcome.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, bro.
All right, moving on to George. What's happening, bro?
Honestly, not a lot. The only thing I've changed, I've been inspired by Morgan's bedtime routine. So I've been turning the lights off at 10 o'clock the last 3 nights.
You're preemptively saying that because you know that we're going to criticize you for not watching a movie with us last night.
Yeah, wow, that's true.
You-
I told him too. I was like, "You gonna come watch that movie with us?" And he's
You
like,
described
"What's it
it
about?"
as a scary movie. I don't watch.
Well, I don't want to lie to you.
I don't watch scary movies.
So we
So what
watched
is that?
we watched Spiral last night, which is the new Saw movie. It was
It was
alright,
pretty good.
It was
I mean, it
fine.
wasn't scary.
but it was just all the boys down there,
Yeah, well,
minus
obviously it wasn't all the
George,
boys.
minus George.
Well, it would have been all the boys.
Yeah, if you'd showed up,
Oh my, that's
Gus.
disgusting, Gus.
Oh, dude, he ripped his face apart.
Jesus.
No, show the face.
Soggy.
Show the face like that. Oh, shit.
Gus, what'd you do, bro?
Gus, that's gross, bro. That's getting out of here.
All right,
Oh, don't
now he's gonna
fucking
chase
chase
that.
it.
All right, Gus, welcome to the podcast.
You just threw it.
That's all that's really going on.
Well,
I was-
we can talk about like running wise, you've been doing really well as well. You entered the season on a high, and I feel like you're just kind of keeping that rolling, keeping that momentum. Consistent training, being healthy is pretty big for you.
Thanks, boys. Good summary. Yeah.
No, okay.
We're week 1.
Look at
We'll
this
finish-
beard, though. Have
survive
you guys,
week 1
Huh?
you guys
of
notice this beard?
full training.
Yeah. What the hell?
Well, this little beards are sneaking up on us. I didn't even notice it.
Look at that little thing.
Oh yeah, it's looking kind of nice.
You look so like New Zealander.
You look like Bank, actually.
You and Bank look so New Zealander.
Yeah, I was watching an interview with Bank. You look exactly the same.
You guys notice mine?
Damn.
No, I didn't.
You have to stand pretty close.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
Um,
Carlos.
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that has been important. I've been running since like April. Apart from, and I took a break after 5th Ave, which I didn't run, and that was like the first break I've ever
You should
taken.
just let Gus go, man.
That get your ass out of
Gus is in a headlock right now.
And I don't think I ever took a break at NAU that wasn't just like forced on me.
Yeah.
Because I just would take a bunch of time off getting hurt. So that was fun.
Yeah, that's a good feeling, man. I'm on the opposite end of that. Dude, I'm coming back from so what's going on in my life? I'm coming back from like 2 months off after the Olympics, and it is brutal. Like I'm so unfit right now, which is I guess how you want to be coming back from an injury, so then you're not like doing too much when your body's not ready, but it is absolutely painful. But yeah, so I am back running like 3 days a week on the Ultra G, 3 days a week and 1 day off. But I'm up to running like 7 or 8 miles a day. So it's going all right. I am a little bit sad that I don't get to train with the boys because these guys are getting into workouts right now. Like yesterday, you guys had a progression run.
We had a progression run.
We did.
What did Ollie do?
Had a regression.
Ollie had progressed and then regressed.
The bell curve run.
A bell curve.
Any comments, Ollie?
We only make fun of Ollie for this because he's really super fit and runs.
Because he could just
fast.
crush at any point he
Yeah.
wants to.
I think what I did was #good for the sport. So,
How so?
because I gave you guys the gauge of someone and to really hate, why did you go too hard in the middle and then die in the end? So,
Were you guys
gave
together the whole
like,
time?
huh?
No.
Or he dropped you?
No,
guys?
he
We
just took
let
off.
Ollie-
And then he
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe
Oh,
got me.
that's amazing.
Joe got me with a mile
Wait,
to go.
oh yeah, you weren't there. You
No.
didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Joe
pretty
Joe
funny.
got me with a mile to go, and then Geordie almost got me.
So you just like took off on everyone?
Well, no, I just kept the same pace because
You kept the same
No, he
pace.
didn't.
No, he
Not
died
based on the
hard.
watch.
it felt like I kept the same pace.
No, you look bad out there. Like Ritz was like, "What the hell is he doing?" And I was like, "How fast are you guys
What
going?"
was
The
your
only thing Red said at the start was to stay together.
What was your thought process
Everything-
when you took off from everyone?
Well, it was kind of surging a little bit, and then they just slowed down a lot, and I just didn't.
Did they slow down?
No, we didn't. We literally
No.
we went.
Carlos's 4th mile was his fastest mile.
Actually no. Yeah.
Wasn't it? And that was after
barely, yeah.
that was after Ollie.
We were
had
supposed to
gone.
start at 5:30. First mile 5:21. I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." And then after that 5:11, and on my watch I had 5:03, 5:02.
And
So
then
I-
that time Ollie was like 15 seconds ahead.
Yeah, at that
Oh,
time
maybe
Ollie
less.
was like
10
probably
seconds
ran a
ahead.
4:50 or something.
Damn.
He didn't have a watch
stuff,
to
Ollie.
his defense.
And then went back to like.
That's not a
5:15.
defense, really.
I mean, you did.
I mean,
say-
I did apologize to you guys because I did mess up the workout, but I guess I'm not. Like,
I mean,
I'm
you only
notoriously,
messed up your workout. Don't
I'm
worry.
notoriously
We didn't do it.
bad at my pacing. Like, I'm just really bad at pacing stuff.
You're
I know,
just too
well-
fast.
Moral
No, it's
story
not
is
true.
we joke about it because it didn't really matter. It was the first workout of the year.
Yeah.
And
No, it does
really-
matter. Like, this
it
is
really
it.
doesn't matter.
My
It's
career's
all over.
My career's over.
Honestly. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back with the boys soon. What else is going on in my life? I shaved my legs. yesterday for the first time in about
Cute.
6 years.
I
I don't know
literally
if
I came out to get breakfast this morning. I'm like, who's this sexy girl around the sink?
I don't
And
know
it
if
was
that's
Morgan.
gonna be
Honestly, your
focus.
calves are up there with Jordy's.
Nah, they're not that
I mean,
good. Let's not go that far. Come on. But yeah, I used to shave my legs when I was in high school for probably more of an aesthetic reason. This time it's because like a lot of the masseuses just like rip out my hair because I got pretty hairy legs, obviously. So and also the aesthetic reasons. But hopefully, yeah, we'll see if I keep it going. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I feel like I got chicks' legs, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's kind of it. Moving on. The next thing I think we should talk about. Well, okay, I forgot to write this down in the notes, but obviously we should talk about the marathons, right?
Yeah, that was going to be a topic.
Yeah, I forgot to write
really?
that down.
Yeah.
Well, we're not the best fans of the sport, but yesterday Chicago happened, this morning Boston happened, and we have like personal connections to the people that race. So we'll talk about that. Okay, this is my thing. Are we bad fans of the sport, or does the sport just like suck to follow?
I definitely don't think we're bad fans. I think we just don't have.
I don't know. I think I'm a pretty bad fan of the sport.
Yeah.
I just feel like we don't have what we need to be fans of the sport. Like, I don't think the coverage was good at Boston. I think it was pretty bad.
No, I'm just saying that because I'll wake up at like 6 a.m. to watch a soccer game, but I won't wake up at 6 a.m. to watch like.
Wait, you didn't watch 1 second of Boston this morning?
I did. What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
Ollie.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I
you were at
watched
the
it.
house.
I watched it on my phone.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Where was it broadcast?
Huh?
Where was,
NBC.
was it?
Checkmate.
So the
Checkmate.
boys were all watching.
I
Boston
actually, to be
downstairs
fair,
together.
I didn't know you guys are downstairs.
You had
I
it
had
on your
my
iPod.
fucking,
Yeah.
I had my
Here we
fucking
go.
clown glove thingies on my. What are they called?
Yeah, gloves.
The Air Max things on. So I wasn't really listening to any of you guys. I only watched a bit of it.
Okay, let's test if Ollie actually watched Boston. What happened?
Oh yeah.
This American guy from Brooks. What's his name?
I don't know. You tell me.
Albertson.
Yeah.
I really don't want to butcher his name.
What was it?
But he kind of went for it. He did an ollie. He went for it like.
All right, don't
Pretty
gas yourself
early.
up that much.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna gas myself up that much.
Yeah.
He went for it pretty early. His 10K split was something kind of crazy. I think it was like.
Was it?
Was it?
Like,
I think it's just normal.
wasn't it like 30?
Nah,
something?
I think he did go up pretty quick.
He went out quick, but then he kind of extended his lead. He had like almost like a minute 40.
No, I think he had even
240,
more than
I
that.
think.
Yeah.
240. Well,
Uh-huh.
and then he kind of got caught by the field. And then I think there was like 15 of a closing field, but like none of them were American. And then that Colin, oh jeez, like I'm really bad with names.
Colin Benny.
Colin Benny was the first American in,
Yeah.
and then
What did he come in the race?
he
I actually can't
came
remember.
8th.
8,
yeah,
for sure.
211. You ran
Wait, I thought it was
Yeah.
7.
14, 2 11.
Something like that.
211. So they both ran 211. Those two guys ran 211. He rallied back. The Albertson, I don't want to put his name, but CJ he rallied back and ran pretty well considering how hard he went at the start.
Yeah.
And
All right. You passed the test.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah, we get
you
it.
watched
You
it on
watched
your
it.
phone.
Honestly, though, before we continue,
I would.
shout out to our boy Harvey Nelson. Harvey, if you're watching this, you ran great, bud. Nice
yeah.
work.
So he was what American? 4th, 5th?
5th American, 214 something
46,
with
I believe. 47, something
in his
like that.
first marathon with a bathroom break.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, that wasn't his
Dang.
first marathon.
Was it a pee or a poo?
What,
Yeah, it was.
didn't he
I
do
don't
the
know. I'll
trials?
text him.
You should text him.
Yeah,
he
I'll
was
text
injured.
him.
Because if it's a poo, it's very impressive.
It was.
It was a poo.
It was a poo.
Confirmed
Dang.
poo.
All
I
right.
was coming to Boulder in a few weeks, so maybe we'll get him on here.
Well,
Well,
love
our
to get him
connection
on
with
there.
Harvey is he's from Tucson, so I raced him quite a lot in high school, and we're just good friends.
He went to-
We'll train together when I'm in Tucson, and he's there, and he went to NAU, and he was.
Yeah.
Bro, we had him up on the last pod.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, we
really?
did talk
Okay,
about
my
it.
bad.
If you'd
Yeah.
listened to the last goddamn pod, you'd know that.
Carlos hasn't listened to any.
I
Carlos
listened
hasn't.
from afar.
He can
Okay.
hear it from
I
the
just
basement.
got-
I actually
I have
do
inside
think you're a
knowledge.
bad fan now. You're a bad fan of the sport. You don't even listen to our pod.
Did I not say I'm a bad fan of the sport?
He did.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
agreeing
see-
with you now. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So like, this is the thing. I literally don't even know who won Boston Marathon today.
It was a Kenyan.
Kipru, I don't. Yeah.
209.
Oh, it was a Kenyan, not an Ethiopian. That's cool.
So Boston happened this morning. What on the
What's
women's
bummer is
side?
that you can't watch people like Harvey run.
Yeah.
Like they just film the lead guy.
Well, if you're
And that
CJ,
gets pretty
yeah, if
boring.
you're CJ Albertson, you
CJ
just
Albertson got some great camera time.
Yeah.
That was the one thing. Like, this is probably really bad comparison. You guys can roast me about it, but you know how you like when you watch Tour de France, right?
Pretty good
don't
comparison.
watch.
So Tour de France, they have different cameras in different sections of the race, and you can watch like the leading pack, the peloton. You can watch like different parts of a race.
That's
Like
that's pretty good comparison.
Like,
Yeah,
in a
that's what I'm saying.
marathon,
that is a good
in a
comparison.
marathon, you're only watching the leading pack, and you might like be watching just the leading pack of the men, but you're not watching the women,
Also
and then
the
everything
line
changes.
saying,
Like
Yeah.
how far each pack is back in the tour.
Yeah.
'Cause
Sweet.
The
there's a
tour
lot of
does a really good job with
storylines.
that.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
storylines in a race, and you want to be able to show them all, but they don't do a great job at the moment with
Well,
like running one.
see, that's
Also-
the fan
al-
engagement for that is terrible.
Well,
it needs
also
to
the
get
live
better.
results too. Like you cannot
Oh,
actually.
yeah,
The live results are
terrible.
terrible. We were trying to figure out where some of our friends were, and it just shows like the top 10
Mm.
in the race, and then
Yeah.
whatever top.
You could probably
three
look them up
Americans.
individually.
Well, you can, but you
Yeah.
can't really see like.
Yeah, but
it's-
then you can't see that in reference to anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only shows
That's a
you
good
that.
point. So, yeah,
The
that
lo-
was Boston this morning. Women's
I think we
side,
would like to be better fans of the marathon, but it's hard.
I don't know.
I think
man.
we'll get better fans as we progress through our age of
Maybe
running.
I mean maybe the fact that we're pro runners makes it harder as well. Maybe it's more of like a if you're
Wait, what do you-
younger to
Wait,
either.
I would assume that would make it easier, right?
I don't know though, like because
Mm.
I don't follow.
'Cause,
I
okay,
don't
so
follow.
let's say you're a casual fan of the
yeah.
marathon. Like if you're trying to follow along with the results, and you know one of your someone. That
It makes you
know-
more invested in it, but the issue with it, like, if a lot of our friends aren't in like that leading pack, we're not gonna have any
Because
information.
well,
on
what
them.
about this difference? Like we spend like already so much of our day thinking about running. So like in terms of like having an outlet, like that's probably not going to be like more running stuff. Whereas if you're like someone who like works a full-time job and runs, then like being a fan of the sport might be your outlet,
Because you have other interests.
if that makes sense. Whereas
Yeah,
out,
I mean, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Actually.
I don't see. That's why. Yeah, that might be part of it. I don't know. The women's side, shout out to Edna Kipligat.
Yeah, that was
Gus
sick.
is about
Don't-
to knock down the.
Don't know her, but she is.
She
from-
trains at the track a lot where we train.
No, he's about to knock down the connector thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just be careful of that.
She's here in Boulder, and she's like
Gus, go play with that.
old
poo
as
somewhere
heck.
else.
She's a mother too, right?
I probably shouldn't have
Mhm.
said that. She's not that old. She's like 41, 42.
She's killing it at 41.
Yeah,
and,
I mean that's
uh,
pretty amazing.
She's incredible work.
What are the Boulder-based people
Yeah.
in the Chicago Marathon? Who's that girl?
In this.
Wait, who?
Oh, Emma Bates.
That's right.
Emma Bates
Someone-
did great.
Someone on this podcast has a big crush on Emma Bates. I won't say who it is. It's a little secret. I won't tell who it is. But someone here has a big crush on her. So and I mean I also love Emma Bates. We were briefly teammates, and she's just a lot of fun. So shout out to Emma Bates.
Congratulations.
What'd you run? 224.
Yeah.
Oh,
224.
yeah.
Also, because a week earlier
Oh,
she
what'd you
was here at.
She was here at the
OEC
Met Gala.
OEC Gala.
Yeah.
Making her drinks,
huge.
having a great time,
Love
and
that.
obviously, as you can tell, she was definitely ready to race in Chicago. So
She showed up in her outfit was like she incorporated these gloves.
yeah,
that
that's
like,
pretty
went up
sick.
to like her elbows, and basically I was like, oh, why are you wearing those? She's like, oh, I have Chicago next week, and I don't want to get sick,
Mm.
which was genius because she didn't get sick and she killed it. So
Yeah,
Shout out to you.
congratulations. That's pretty awesome.
yeah, it's
On the men's side of Chicago, there wasn't as much depth on the American side. Mr. Galen Rupp won.
you mean Gallon?
Gallon.
Gallon.
Gallon Rupp won.
Carl's can't get past calling him Gallon because of the way it's spelled. You
That's
just
how
can't
it's
like.
Galen.
Gallon.
Gallon.
Yeah.
Ah.
How would you spell Galen?
G-A
Why?
like Y.
So
L.
just Galen.
Galen or gay
I
with
mean,
an I. Len.
It's
Mm.
hard to debate against that logic.
Right?
Uh,
There you go.
Yeah, but the
100%.
English language is also just.
Okay,
really
so
wants
what,
to
what
mess you.
were we when you were playing Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
yesterday? One of the characters' name was what? It was like
Abel?
no. It's something that I was like, wait a minute. It was like Galen.
Oh yeah, but it was Galen.
It was Galen.
It was Gallon, but it was spelled Galin.
Yeah, and then it was
Gallon.
Gallon.
That's more clearly Gallon.
That's Gallon because of the two N's.
Yeah,
Wait.
like that's Gallon.
I know, but the beginning is the same.
What was
Ending.
your first language?
Is it?
Spanish.
There you go.
Nah, you have a fair point.
You got a good point though,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
if I
point.
looked at it and I didn't hear it before I looked at it, I'd probably say Gallon. too.
This is like how good of fans of the sport we are. Like we talk about this stuff, but we like rather than actually talking about stuff that's
Yeah.
like
we just go to someone's
after
name.
the sport,
We just
have to
we
talk
argue
their
about how to
names.
pronounce someone's name.
But okay, I find this interesting. Galen Rupp, obviously, like extremely polarizing figure in this sport. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him. I feel like, and I would be interested to get your guys' comments on this. I feel like the needle is for some reason going towards more people liking him. I don't know if that's just like me, like being on Instagram and just seeing like certain pages like giving him a lot of love that like maybe I thought previously wouldn't have. But I think things are going in his favor right now.
Well,
Apparently, he had a good interview a few days ago before the marathon.
I think I watched that interview.
Was it?
Was it they were sitting in a couching area?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The interesting thing with him is he doesn't have a social media presence. For a guy that like a lot of people know in the running world, he does not have social media.
Honestly,
more
he
impressive.
gives
Which is
me
more impressive, yeah.
he gives me massive Tom Brady
But
vibes.
that's what
Like,
you don't.
kisses his children on the lips.
Does he kiss his
Does he
children on the face?
Tom
I don't know,
Brady?
but no, Tom Brady does, but does Galen?
I don't know.
Well, our coach Dathan was a teammate of Galen's, so we don't know Galen personally. We've never hung out with him, so we don't know everything. But yeah, I think you're right, Morgan. It seems to be pushing towards people liking him, and I mean he's probably he's out in the middle of nowhere in American marathon running right now. Like I don't think anyone's really near him. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see.
That's what you
massive
mean.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
He's just
people
so much
either
better.
love Tom Brady
Or hate
they
Tom Brady. Yeah, I can
That
see
makes
that.
a lot of sense. And yeah, he's just been around for so long, just been so dominant.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean Brady.
turns up.
So.
And shout out to Reed Fisher, who's also in Boulder, 2:14. He was 9th in his first major. It was his first major because I think he's
second marathon.
his second marathon ever, but first major. Congratulations, that's an awesome run for him.
It's great for
Tim
the sport.
Manguy runs around here. We're all mates
Good
with
job,
him.
Reed. Let's get you on the podcast. So we
Get you on the pod,
so
mate.
we can fight.
Down.
So we can fight because I have beef.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of beef.
You got
with
some
Reed
beef with
Fish
him.
that we need to talk on the podcast. We've actually hashed out beef in real life before, but I'd like to go back. So I'm going back and I'm reigniting the beef right now. So then we can resolve it on the podcast.
You know what that is, fellas? That's good for the sport.
Content.
Maybe if Reed came to the OAC Gala, though,
Hashtag
he would have come second,
good
like
for the
Emma
sport.
Bays.
Honestly.
Yeah, see, Emma did something smart. She had fun and she ripped it. Whereas if Reed was like
Reed was not present.
he was
at the
too
OAC
serious. If he
Gala.
came and had came and hang out with the boys,
Had a couple
maybe he
cold
would have
ones,
run. You know.
It's true.
Had
It's
Jordy
true.
make him a drink. I don't know.
Hey, no. Oh, no, French 75, right?
Well,
Make 'em
That
together.
was all mine.
That was not all you. I
Well,
made
he's, the,
French
he's, the,
75.
he's the one that came up with the idea for that
Yeah.
drink. Right?
Yeah, but I was making them as well.
Yeah.
I was making them as well.
We've got a couple of bartenders over here.
couple of
Retired.
But moving on, this past week we had a very special few days where it was a very busy few days, but there was kind of a bit of an event for us and the other on people here, a bit of like an on summit where about 10 people from the team in Zurich flew in here to Boulder, and we had like a bunch of like kind of like workshop type things about a lot of it was about product, and then we also just like did a lot of fun stuff with them. We had a good 3 days, so that was pretty cool. So why don't we? I don't know what we can. We probably can't really talk about product stuff except
No.
saying that like it was.
I think
really sick.
I think the coolest thing about this though is that this team that's been assembled by On is like 6 weeks they've been on the job, and they're like literally trying to revamp like all this different type of product, and they all have they're all very ambitious. They all seem to be working they're very much invested and excited about what they're going to do, and that makes us very excited as the athlete, and to be able to have that relationship with them that we were able to have in the past few days at the summit was something very special. I think not many brands can do that.
Yeah, I think also what was implied when we signed, or I don't know if promise is the right word, but there was a lot of talk about having a team of like a team of athletes, but also like having people at the brand dedicated to creating products for us and like performance shoes, etc.
I mean,
Spikes and flats, and it is kind of actually happening,
It's happening, baby.
which is sweet.
I just thought it was cool to see, like, I guess the personalities and like the different people that are, I guess, working on these shoes, and not only like have like a professional relationship with them, but also like
Yeah, like
we're
a
good
personal
friends.
Personal
You know,
relationship,
like,
yeah.
So like,
Like
it was
when
actually
we're running in them, like we'll actually know like who built the shoe.
I was like, oh
like, who
wow, like
designed
this is
this.
like So
yeah, we got to see some really cool prototypes, like some really interesting ideas
that
so
you guys cannot know about.
Hopefully we'll be racing in them in like
Yeah.
next
a
season.
year maybe.
Even next season,
Hopefully-
I think they
yeah.
want to
Next
get us in
season.
The
something.
one thing I thought was cool, and I know it's very corny, was that goals thing that we did with them as well, reading out
I
their
didn't like
goals.
that.
You didn't like it?
that? You had a really good goal though.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yours
did,
was
but
one of the best.
I know, but it's still like.
I liked it because I thought it
I thought it was gonna be
gave every individual, not just the athlete, but the people making the products, they all had goals and all had
Yeah.
like dreams. And I think
It was a little corny.
it was
actually.
corny,
so
but
to
I thought it
explain
was,
to explain to
Yeah.
the people listening / watching, we did an exercise, and literally every person in the room did this, and there was probably like 30 people in the room or something, and you had to say your goals for next year, and then also like your was it like your career goals?
Career
Yeah,
dream,
long term
maybe.
like career
Or
goals or once.
Goal or dream, something like
You
that.
look back on your career and like what's the dream you
What
had.
do you
that-
want to achieve?
yeah.
in, like,
So does
your
anyone
career?
want to share their goals or dreams with the podcast audience?
No.
Not really.
But I
No.
thought that, like the idea is corny, but I thought it was good because it kind of made us all invested, not just in the athletes, but in the people making the products for what they wanted to achieve with the brand. I thought that was a cool thing.
No,
That's
it
all
was-
I'm gonna
It
say
was a
on
bit of
that.
an icebreaker type thing. It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool, but I feel like honestly, if in order for people to truly express themselves, it should have been sort of like you write it down and then they just kind of see it. Because when someone stands up and they're like everybody's sharing almost the exact same thing over.
No,
and-
see, you say that, but yours was deeply personal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean.
So was yours, Morgan.
So was mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, I feel
said,
like we're teasing the camera of the people by
Yeah.
not telling
We're
them what
teasing the
our- what they were. But the camera, whoever's
You naughty
behind that-
camera. You naughty camera.
All right, well, I'll just say mine then, so people like get a reference. I think my goals for next year were pretty much mostly around like creating like a really good foundation for going forwards, both within the team and with the brand, because like I've bounced around a little bit as a pro, haven't really like found my footing, and so I feel really happy with where I'm at now, and I want to build something that can last for a long term, because like that's what I'm all about, is like doing things that are like sustainable long term. So that's just like relationships, but also like just getting injury free and like starting on a good track for that. And obviously I have like performance goals, but they kind of, the core of it was that. And then my dream was like pretty much to, I can't remember exactly how I put it, but I do remember one of the things that I said was to just have a positive impact on the sport and kind of try and like help people just enjoy it more, because this is what I said that was deeply personal, is that, and like very corny, is that running to me is like the biggest thing in the world, that like whoever partakes in it, like it has a positive impact in their life and it takes so little from them. So if I can, or if we can like help people enjoy it more and be more into it and kind of spread that, then that's like like kind of one of the things that really inspires me, both on and off the track. So that was what I said for it. So yeah, it was pretty personal, honestly. I think I felt good opening up to everyone. I think it was fun, good exercise. But
I'm proud of you, Morgan.
thank you.
Honestly, yeah.
I need that. But yeah, and then we had like a bunch, every evening we had like an activity with the people, which was really fun. First night we went go-karting, and I don't think any of us were prepared for like how serious the karting was. Like it wasn't like your usual crappy.
I'm scarred by it. Right
Yeah.
Blister right here. This is what I'm literally.
It wasn't like
bleeding
it
right
wasn't like your crappy karting. It was like karting that you would do if you like. I feel like if almost if like you're training to like be like a kart racer. It felt very serious to me.
It was good also because there was a lot of F1 fans on the team
Yeah.
and the marketing team.
Honestly, I went into that not knowing what to expect. I told the guys, I was like, wait, why is this so like they're giving us training, they're gonna make us do this and that. I'm like, I just want to go ride around in the go-kart.
Yeah.
But then
It wasn't like a fun fair
and
thing.
then I took it very serious.
It got
and
really
then
serious.
it got
You
really
had to take it
competitive.
serious.
Yeah.
Like we had guys like freaking Jonas, who's like from
Germany.
from the product team. He was just destroying everyone.
He was averaging 31, 32 seconds a lap, and like
Which was
most-
quick.
He was
That's
averaging
quick.
30 to 31 seconds a lap.
Yeah,
That
he was
messed
he was
up.
so good. From this house, Geordie was like easily the best. I think guy like speed, I guess. I don't know. What do you have to say about that? Was it?
Yeah,
It's because he's used to
accurate.
he's used to carting around sheep and chasing them around his paddocks in New Zealand. That's why.
Finished P3 overall, but P1 on the OAC side. Jonas
There's no
and
P1 on
Kevin-
the OAC side. There's P1 in the race,
Oh, okay,
and you're
you're right.
P3.
Wait,
Kevin and Jonas beat me. Two of the shoe guys, a Frenchman.
I
and a
came in
German
what,
guy.
6th overall, 5th, something like
I think
that.
it was.
I think it was 6th. That was 6th.
because I was one
I
spot
didn't-
behind you.
Exactly, and you were 7th.
I was maybe 8th. I don't know.
Would you finish 8th?
So pretty much it was like I was behind Carlos like the whole time.
No,
And
you started in front of me too.
I did.
And
I started in front of you, and then like something happened, and then he got in front of me.
overtook him.
Something
Yeah.
happened.
No,
I
but
don't know what happened, but something
it
happened.
was like a classic one where like I think I had to slow down for someone, and the Carlos was like whoop and went around me, and then the whole time I was just trying to chase him down, and I could not get around
It was
him.
funny because he like I would see him coming around the corner, and I was like, oh, he's gonna pass me. But then there was another turn that was really sharp, and right there, Morgan could not figure out that turn.
No,
Like I would just gap him right there, and
Yeah.
he'd catch me like on the straights, and
every
Look,
lap.
Carlos easily had the biggest crash.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
this was
You could
this
feel
was,
that crash.
this was Leah's fault,
That
and I
was-
was actually like, when it happened, I was so mad at her because me and Leah are like very close, and I saw her in front, and I saw her looking at me, and she knew I was trying to pass her, and her being Leah, she wasn't gonna let me do it. Just
And
to,
she
like,
was
piss me
getting
off.
the blue flag, which means you have to let the person behind you pass, but she didn't know what it meant.
So yeah, basically she wasn't paying attention during the training, and like there's people around the course that wave like flags, and if you get a blue flag waving at you, that means someone behind you is going a lot faster than you, so you have to like go off to the right and let them pass. And for like 2 straight laps, the people kept waving a blue flag at her because I was on her tails, and I wanted to go like pass her because like she was basically holding up the whole race, and she would not do it. So then eventually like I was going super fast and she like slowed down, so I had to like put the brakes on really fast, and eventually like because I was going so fast, I was gonna rear end her, and I just spun out of control, and I basically did like a complete like almost 180, and the
Well, you,
person
like, turned on
behind
the
me just
side.
boom like I
Kevin
probably-
was
He was,
Kevin.
he was going full speed behind. You
Kevin was
turned,
flying.
and then he just T-boned you.
yeah,
And it was
You could
like,
feel it. You
it
could
was
feel it like in
crazy.
the pit area. You could just feel
Oh, yeah,
that
my back-
collision.
my back was bruised. I like hit my knee, and I was like so mad because those go-karts go up to like what 40
40 miles
35
an hour,
miles an
yeah.
hour. So it was a pretty good crash.
Yeah, I was surprised you walked out of it as well as you did.
Yeah.
The guys,
honestly.
I mean, once I got back into the course, the guy's like, "You good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Dude,
But then
I
I
can take a
ripped
hit.
into Leah right after that, and she got really.
She did
mad at me.
not like that.
Yeah.
She
So-
did not like that.
Yeah, that was go-karting. Then the next
Night
night,
number 2.
what did we do? Was it the
Oh,
Avalanche?
we became friggin' big fans
We went and
of
saw
the Colorado Avalanche.
Avalanche play ice hockey against the Vegas Golden Knights.
That was sick.
Preseason game was hype as fuck, man. I like.
Honestly, I can't say I watched any of it.
You
Missed
didn't.
out.
You didn't.
I watched the fight, which was really cool. Like they
fight
were
was
throwing
sick.
hands.
The fight was sick because he was protecting his keeper, and that was like he was just one
Yeah,
for the
for
boys.
a preseason game, it was pretty hype.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't really care too much about hockey, so I was kind
What,
of.
did you think we cared about hockey?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. You
Give it
guys
a
were.
chance, man.
You guys
Give
were.
it a chance.
I mean, you had a hockey jersey on, and so did you. So,
yeah, we're just fake fans though.
Yeah.
Now
Um,
we're real fans.
Now we're big Avalanche fans, so go Avalanche. Third night. Sorry, do you want
No,
to say
I was gonna say they're playing the jersey Ollie had on.
They're playing the Blackhawks
in 2 days from now.
in
I
2
said
days.
I
Oh,
said
shit.
that if I'd be a hockey fan, I'd either be a Phoenix Coyotes fan
That makes sense.
or maybe the Avalanche fan because I have no allegiance to hockey. So
become Avalanche fan. with
maybe
us.
we'll see. If all the boys become Avalanche fans, I'd be down to go to games.
All right.
Squad up.
Sweet. Say less. And then the next night was
The worst.
Oh no.
Okay, you
I
had
forgot
fun.
about
Morgan
this.
You had fun, Jordy.
We went to the casino, and this is like it was the most depressing place in the world. Like it wasn't even a
sucks.
nice casino. They gave us like $50 each to gamble. Like I'm the worst. I'm down so much money in my life at the casino. Like, oh man, my mom's gonna hear this. Okay, speaking of, I definitely when I'm talking on this podcast, I forget that like our parents listen because literally.
Hey, Mom.
Literally, last time what happened was I was listening back to the Waleed episode right after I posted it, and there was a part where we talked about my penis,
And we're going to talk about it again. Here we go, guys.
and then
Dagger dick.
oh my God. and then like I was
wet
listening to it,
noodle.
and then I was FaceTiming my mom, and she's like, "Hey, I'm listening to the podcast." And then I was like, "Oh, please don't be up to that bit yet. Please don't be up to that bit." And then literally, she's like, "Yeah, you were just talking about your penis."
Yeah, so the thing is, my mum
no.
enjoyed that part. But
She did?
yeah, she enjoyed it. So you
Katie.
know, it's a bit funny. You know?
Yeah, but so I lost like $150 at the casino.
You lost $100 of your own money.
Yeah, terrible. And
Jordy was
then
having a good time by the end, though.
Jordy did well.
Jordy was you
Wait,
were
what
you were
did
having fun.
Did you play roulette? What'd you play?
Just roulette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were playing roulette.
You didn't win anything.
I got up to like $90, but I didn't want to leave with a positive experience because then I'd be like, "Fuck, maybe I should go again." That was kind of good. So I made sure to lose it all.
You
and
made
then I
sure to
just
have
had
a-
shit time.
Yeah.
Fuck, never doing that again.
Yeah,
It
negative
sucked.
experience
Yeah,
out of it.
I also played roulette and I got up to like 120, and then I like this is why I don't bet because once I like find success, I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna make double the bet. So
That's
then I'm putting
exactly
double
what I
the
am.
chips and
Yeah.
like
It's exactly the
stacking two,
same. And you can lose money so quickly.
exactly. And I went from 120 to like 0 like that.
Like you can, yeah, your money just gets wiped. But the one person who did very well for themselves is
This guy.
the
Classic Ollie.
Classic Ollie,
the
yeah.
smiling man over there. Do you want to give a? How did you do at the casino?
I won almost $600.
Far out. God damn.
It was fun, but the thing is, when you go with a group of people, we had a group of people who were all gambling. One person in that group is gonna do well. Like it's just like that's usually what happens, and that person like is not always gonna be the same person. So there's like with gambling, particularly like what we're playing with roulette, it was just complete luck. So I have no skill. I'm not a good gambler, but on the night I was just my numbers were hitting. I made money, and I just thought I'm getting the hell out of here.
What did you start with?
I started with like 150 as well as Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought like once I was
like
up and up and
600.
up, and I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here
That's
because
not
this
bad.
is stupid.
Yeah, you were able to pull out at the right time pretty well.
And but that's the thing. Like you can just tell
It's an interesting way.
that we went
Ollie's pull-out game pretty strong.
Yeah, good pull-out game by Ollie.
Good pull out. Yeah.
to not talk about my pull-out game.
Why not?
'Cause you don't know my pull-out game.
True.
No, you did. You did very well that night. You
Yeah.
pulled out.
Yeah,
right
but
away.
other nights I don't do very well
That's a little personal, but you know that's all right.
because like usually I just
That is a little
lose it all. I usually lose it all. So that's the thing.
That was night 3.
Yeah,
That was night 3. I
the
usually
next-
lose it all.
The next night we had like a cool event at Boulder Running Company, which was like it was like on stage, and it was like a kind of interview type thing. It was meant to be a celebration of the 1-year anniversary of the team, and kind of just like this is my takeaway. I'm sure like probably not many people saw it, because the thing is, execution wise, I think the event was amazing. Like I like being there, I'm like, wow, this is like actually pretty cool, really well done. But it just wasn't really hyped up enough at all. So I don't think anyone knew about it, and like
Until the last minute. And
yeah, like it's those events. I don't know how you're gonna make something like that work. Like even if it's great, I don't know.
I don't know. I had a feeling that most of the people that attended that event just happened to be at the store and were like, oh wait, there's something going on here. I should maybe stick around for it. And I don't know. I felt like maybe like a third of the people like were there, just
Yeah.
happened to be there, and just kind of. And then
Well,
the other
we-
third was like the CU team, which we're very close with. And yeah,
We
so-
had a good turnout at the start, and then by the time we got on the stage, there was like half the people were already left. So
It was like I said, it was also a little hard interviewing so many people. You know.
because I think we had 3 girls on at the start, and then Joe went on, and then I think Joe said once he went on, and then we came on, like half the people already left because it was just
I mean, I don't blame him.
It was
I-
just
I
long,
wouldn't
I
want to
think.
hear us talk anyway, but
As we do a show.
As we do
as we
as
do
we
a
do
show
a
of us
show.
talking.
I don't know why. Honestly, you should be. you should
But, I
have
mean,
clicked
the-
off this by now.
I thought it was very well done. It's just it's a very hard thing to pull off. I think
That's the
to get that fan engagement.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
Well, I mean, I think the only problem with it was in Boulder, versus like say if it's somewhere else. Like for example, when we did the same
why
thing.
was
in
that? Why
Grand
was that
Rapids.
successful? What do
Well,
you
in
think?
Grand Rapids, because like the OAC isn't from Grand Rapids, so like if they want to go see a couple OAC members, they're gonna go to the one place they can see.
You also had Leah and Emily, who are Michigan origin-based people. So I'm guessing going back to
mean,
Michigan.
Sure, Carl's got some fans there as well.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm-
half the people actually went to go see me, bro. I
Oh,
don't
so
know what you're talking about.
so it's majority of them wanted to see you,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the other 2 girls
Yeah,
on the team
exactly. Yeah.
in their own state.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough to make stuff like
What
that.
are you doing to
work.
my dog?
He's getting a little belly scratch right now. He's
He's
loving
just
it.
trying to sleep.
He
Man.
keeps farting. Have you guys noticed
Dude.
that?
Gus smells terrible today.
Yeah, we took him to the dog park
Are
like
you gonna give him a
2 days ago. We need to give him a bath.
I'll give him a
Should.
bath after the dog park today.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was night 3 basically.
What night
that was
4?
4.
Wait,
4.
4.
That was.
Was it?
And
Four.
then, yeah, actually,
And then nothing else happened. That
Nothing
night.
else happened that night. No,
yeah,
nothing else.
nothing at all.
Nothing else happened.
But
We were in home.
We went straight home. We went straight home, straight to bed.
Oh,
So we got another big topic to talk
that
about.
is a big topic.
And it's Harry Potter. It's Harry Potter, everyone. Guys, watch out, please. So, pretty much.
We must have got really bored over the weekend.
So I think
After Thursday.
I think Ollie should introduce what this is because he's the one that had the idea
What do you mean he had the idea?
for the night.
No, he didn't.
I feel like I kind of had the idea. Did you have the idea?
Me and Monson were talking about it like a few months ago.
Oh, okay, you guys had
with
the
Jason.
idea. Ollie looks so
Yeah.
depressed already.
When Jason was here last, we were talking about it. That was like
So pretty much what we're gonna do for our team is for Halloween is we are going to do a Harry Potter based trivia, like a Harry Potter night, and we're gonna like all dress up, have teams, obviously the houses, and have like the butterbeer and like I don't
Harry
know
Potter
Harry
themed
Potter
stuff.
food, whatever you do,
I don't know.
and yeah, just play like trivia together, and it's gonna be fun. And so like, you know, we gotta sort each other into houses, right?
So yeah, we're using the Pottermore Wizarding World thing. It's basically like the official sorting hat that like
So
everybody uses.
do you want to just go through and say what house everyone got?
Yeah. So I personally, in my opinion, I've always thought of myself as a Slytherin, but the hat doesn't think so, and I've been sorted into Gryffindor every single time.
Yeah,
And I took the quiz 3 times and got Gryffindor. So
he's a Gryffindor.
yeah. So basically, but the one that counts is the very first one you get, because then you don't change your answers trying to answer differently to try to get in a different house. So
Yeah.
whatever you
Nice
get the
job getting
first
that
time.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just establish the rules, man.
that's the rule.
Them's the
So
rules.
I got Gryffindor.
So I got
I-
I got Slytherin.
On your first one?
Yeah, I only did it one time.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I'm like pretty confident that I'm a Ravenclaw.
leaves the room.
All right. I'm pretty confident that I'm a Ravenclaw, but I got Slytherin, and I'm really happy with that because like 80% of the team is Ravenclaw, and this was actually we did it on Team Boss as well, and on Team Boss like everyone was a Ravenclaw as well. So I'm happy to represent Slytherin for this one. Jordy, what'd you
I'm
get?
teaming up with Carlos, holding down the fort as the only 2 Gryffindors.
And
Actually,
Alicia.
Monson?
Yeah, she took the quiz. She got Gryffindor.
I thought
No,
she
said
said she
she
got
had an
Ravenclaw.
old one way back that was a Ravenclaw, but for
Oh.
this one, she took it and she got
Dude.
Gryffindor.
Dude, we're chilling.
I know.
That's a pretty
We're
good
gonna throw
team.
down.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
I'm
good
feeling
team.
pretty good about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Ollie,
alright.
what did you get?
Nice work, Monson.
So, are you guys going to interrupt me, or am I able to kind of explain what happened?
Well,
No,
it depends if you tell the
Depends
truth or
what you
not.
say.
I'm going
Yeah.
to tell the truth.
Well, okay. What did you get with your first? one?
So, I went on to the
What did you get?
quiz, and the first house that I got was Hufflepuff.
So Ollie's
Which I-
Hufflepuff.
Ollie
No,
is
what did I
Hufflepuff.
say? Don't interrupt me.
No.
Okay.
Let me go through the story.
You asked us if we were
Because
gonna
you
interrupt
take the test, you take the test multiple
Probably
times.
not.
You take the test multiple times, so I did that as well because I wanted to figure out if I was actually.
That's
Hufflepuff.
not how it works. You
And
didn't-
I got
you didn't-
two
you
different
didn't-
houses. I got Ravenclaw and then I got Slytherin. Right?
Because you were changing your answers.
I wasn't changing my answers. I was using the quiz.
Wait,
Which is also
Ollie,
it
just-
changes and it's very.
How did you
different.
feel after you got Hufflepuff?
Pretty disappointed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why?
But-
Yeah.
Let me just explain. I did not change my answers. The quizzes were different, and I filled them out, and I got Ravenclaw, and then I got Slytherin. So, if anything, I have multiple personality disorder, or the quiz is just bullshit.
But we'll
And-
just go with the first one because that's
Well,
what
I'm
makes
gonna
sense,
have to.
right?
Okay, no,
Continuity,
look,
we're gonna
look,
go with
You guys
Yeah.
make fun of me for it with the Hufflepuff thing. I freaking hate that I'm in Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
but
well, we
I'm
don't
gonna
make
play
fun
the
of-
game,
we
and I'm
don't
gonna
make-
be Hufflepuff.
We
so-
don't make fun of the fact that you're Hufflepuff. We make fun of the fact that you hate that you're Hufflepuff.
Yeah, which is fine. You guys can do that.
What's
I
the-
hate
what-
that I'm Hufflepuff, but am I going to be able to get out of that? No, because
Well,
you guys
you're-
will not let me.
Well,
so
the thing is, like, your look-alike is Robert Pattinson.
I disagree with
you're
that
setting
remark.
big-
And
bro.
Robert Pattinson is in Harry Potter. And what house is he? He's a Hufflepuff. He's a
Yeah.
Hufflepuff.
I don't look
what?
like
Okay,
Robert
and another
Pattinson.
thing we're laughing about, the Hufflepuff, like the crest, has a badger on it. And what school did Ollie go to?
Trinity
Wis-
Grammar School.
Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
And
Wisconsin
what's
badges.
Wisconsin's
The
mascot?
Wisconsin Badgers.
Well, at
The
that logic,
Badgers.
why don't you just
And
put
And
Morgan
every,
in
like,
the fucking
Australian
house?
sports person is called
And
the
then
honey
I
badger.
went to University of Arizona, and we have a Wildcat, and the logo or for Gryffindor is a
You
lion.
can't. No, you can't just put
Oh,
these
that's cool.
random things in and just expect them to mean
Yeah,
something.
where's the snake in my life?
Exactly.
You know
Oh, it's
exactly
between your
what
legs.
it is.
It's between your legs.
You talked
dude.
about it last on the podcast.
All right.
Okay, just a
What's
remark.
Ravenclaw?
I
Is that
don't
a
look like
bird?
Robert Pattinson,
It's a bird, yeah.
but I will be Hufflepuff because there's no way I can get out of it.
Ollie's
right now.
being way more like
He's being a
agreeable
sore
right
loser about
now.
it, yeah.
Right.
Well, I have to be
This
agreeable
has been an
because even
argument
if
for
I
like
argue it, you
2
guys are going to
days.
yell over me
Okay,
and say,
so-
no, you're in Hufflepuff. So
No,
what's the
we-
point?
You are in Hufflepuff though.
We told him
No, I
yesterday.
got 3 other houses. I could pick any 3 of them.
No,
Logically.
we
Because
told
the
him
last
yesterday.
one is Slytherin and it says Slytherin on my Pottermore thing.
We told him yesterday that he was a Hufflepuff because that's the very first one he got. And if he's not going to be a Hufflepuff, we're going to cancel this whole thing.
That's the deal.
And that's the deal.
I love it how you guys are really relying on me playing the game and you wouldn't just do it yourself and then just kick me out of it. You really have to rely on me being there.
We just want everyone to be there in their correct houses, having
Yeah.
a good time. I don't know, man.
Correct houses. I disagree with that remark as well.
You're a
Wait,
Hufflepuff,
so
bro.
what is your correct house?
My correct house?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
the problem, isn't it?
Let's
No.
hear. What's
Let's
your
hear,
correct
what's
house?
your correct house? Where do you see yourself?
Where do I see myself? I probably see myself.
You're not a Gryffindor.
Why would you say that?
You're just not, bro.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
why would you say that?
Well, I'm
You got to give an explanation to why you would say I'm not a Gryffindor.
Well, you got to give me an explanation of why you say you're not a Hufflepuff.
Because I'm definitely not.
not loyal?
Isn't it loyal and just or something like that?
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
loyal.
no, I'm not loyal.
What?
Yeah, I'm not loyal.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, for fan like being a fan of sports and stuff, I don't have any loyalties to anyone.
But
What about Cronulla Sharks?
Cronulla Sharks.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't watched a game of theirs in a while.
fair.
Hmm.
All right, this isn't going
Interesting.
anywhere. I just want to.
Yeah.
I just want to
It
hear
can
what
go
house.
somewhere, but it would go somewhere
I just
real.
want. I just want to hear what house you are.
What house I am?
Like what you
I
think
think
you
I
are.
personally, and you're gonna laugh at me for this.
I
I
know.
think I'm actually probably more leaning towards the Ravenclaw Slytherin area.
No, Ravenclaw, you have to be like really smart for.
No, you
And-
don't. It's the traits aren't about being intelligent.
No, but the traits are like just.
Is it not, Jordan?
It's not being smart, but it's like
If you
I can't
think
remember what
before
they
you
are.
act is Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
You gonna Google it?
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
look up
Google
these
it.
traits. I don't know. Like
Think
I
before
just,
you act.
I just
You're
think,
not.
I just think Ravenclaw would be your least likely house.
Yeah.
If out of 4 of them, I could see you being a Gryffindor. I would put you in either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff.
See, I don't think. I think it was either Ravenclaw or Slytherin. But you guys obviously have that opinion on me. That's
Well,
very different.
This is there's such a big disconnection here.
Okay, people of the podcast, can you comment down below what house you honestly
no,
think Ollie's
that's
in?
also terrible because they don't
Why?
know who
Why
I
not?
am. They don't know me from day
Some
to
of
day
them
life.
might.
Some of them might, yeah.
Your mom's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kate the
you
Great.
saying Kate the Great doesn't know you?
No,
pretty
my
messed
mum
up.
will probably put me
Not
in Gryffindor or
not sure
Hufflepuff, probably.
what. Okay, well, Hufflepuff, there you go.
No, she said I said Gryffindor
You-
and Hufflepuff.
You said or Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I don't know what she's gonna think
Wisdom,
because she's an
wisdom.
So
individual person.
so Ravenclaws tend to be academically motivated and talented students.
Okay.
They also pride themselves on being original in their ideas and methods. Wisdom, acceptance, intelligence, creativity. I just don't see it.
You guys are really
Neither.
great for my self-esteem right now.
No, it's just. Oh, I'm
It's
saying
not-
that you're
not-
Gryffindor. I'm saying that you're
So
like
you don't
courageous.
think I'm original or creative at all?
Nah.
Well, I don't know. You didn't have to focus on those
You don't think
ones.
I'm academically? I don't care about my academics.
Not really. Do you?
Yeah,
Oh.
I got a fucking degree at Wisconsin. If I didn't care about my academics, I would have went to NAU, Arizona.
This is how mad he is about being a
this is how.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, he's a. Hey, well, read.
I'm mad because you guys are just being assholes about it. That's all.
Wait, we're not. You're the one that's making a big deal about it.
Yeah, because you guys are being assholes
We're
about it.
also
I want to be in the
making a
house
big
that I was
deal
picked in.
About it. All right, Hufflepuff. Strong sense of justice, loyalty, patience, and a propensity for hard work.
No,
Are also nice, almost to a fault.
no,
Oh
that is
my
not
God.
me. That is not me.
Really going to a team.
How am I nice?
Oh,
I'm not nice.
You're pretty nice.
dude, I'm.
Yeah, you're
Every
a
one of
Hufflepuff,
those
bro,
things.
Yeah.
That sounds like
I'm
everyone I
sorry.
know.
What do you mean?
What?
That Hufflepuff thing just sounds like everyone I know.
It's none of these three people.
So you guys are not nice.
Nice.
I'm definitely not.
Nice
No.
to
You guys
a
are not
fault?
loyal.
Nice to a
See, I
fault?
could see you
No.
being Gryffindor as well. Courage, chivalry, determination. I could see that.
What about Slytherin?
Slytherin. Let's have a
Cunning.
look.
You're not cunning.
I'm not cunning. Oh, wow. Okay.
Ambition, resourcefulness, determination,
fit
cleverness.
Yeah. Fit in there.
Yeah.
All right, fuck. I think we need to move on.
Yeah. I mean, we can honestly wrap up. We're already at 70 minutes. I feel like we haven't talked about anything today. We did talk about a
So
lot
moral of the
of stuff.
story is, Ollie's in Hufflepuff.
Well, we
What-
shall
what
see
am
what
I gonna
happens. we'll
What
see what
else we
happens.
got left?
I mean, we just have. Well, we don't really have any other thing else to talk about. I don't think. We'll see. I think you have to be in Hufflepuff just so then there's like a nice amount of people in every team because we have to make it even anyway. Like not everyone can be. It can't be like everyone's on Ravenclaw and
Someone
then,
is gonna have to leave Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
yeah, we're
based
gonna
on
have
the
to.
sorting.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to do that
There
just
might
so it
have to
works.
be a trade between. There might have to be a Ravenclaw that goes to Slytherin.
You have the least members.
You guys have 2. And
Yeah,
then
Lou and
Gryffindor
I.
has 3. Hufflepuff has 3.
Who's the other Hufflepuffs?
Emily and Joe.
Emily
I
and
think.
Joe Newcomb.
What about what's
her
Carmela?
husband.
She Ravenclaw?
She's
Yeah.
Ravenclaw.
See, I would have guessed that she could be Hufflepuff as
That's
well.
what I would have said.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, what do you think of the fucking test now, boys?
Uh,
Questioning people in houses. See what I mean? No, it's just,
No, it's fair.
I'm going to let my
honestly.
dog in.
All right.
That's fair, but
We can wrap up.
Yeah,
Probably.
Let's wrap up.
It's going to be about making butter beers. Let's be real.
Okay, so I like
in your
butterbeers.
nice Hufflepuff
Butterbeers
cloak.
sound cool and they look cool, but when we looked at the video, the recipe, to me, they seem like they would taste pretty disgusting because
I
it's
don't know. They look pretty delicious. I don't
it's
know
just
what
so
to
much
tell you.
sugar. It
I mean,
seems
butter
so
beer.
sweet. Yeah, no, fair,
Yeah.
fair. All right, whatever. That's enough Harry Potter talk. I think we're at 70 minutes. We can wrap this up. Guys, thank you very much for making it this far. Hopefully, next time we have some nice questions in the comments or DM to us. So we can do some Q&A at the end. Thank you very much for finally gracing us with your presence, Carlos.
Thank you for having
He'll
me.
be on the next podcast in about 6 months.
Nah, he's gonna be on every single one from now on.
Yeah, if we pressure him
We're
into
not
it.
gonna let him leave.
I will commit my time to this podcast.
We'll never
Thank
have
you.
another guest.
We don't need a guest if we have Carlos.
Yeah, and then we can just
stop
have to get
biting my
another
feet.
mic.
Yeah, we're gonna
Gremlin.
make a bunch of dream guests as well. I've already started it, but if anyone has any guests that they'd like us to get, it, particularly those in Boulder, because then we can do it in person, which is what we want to do. Comment that as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. We will see you next time. Bye bye.
Adios.